Now it's time for today's guests. Austen Kroll and Craig Conover are the stars of Bravo's hit reality series Southern Charm. The show reveals a world of exclusivity, money, and scandal, dating back through generations of families and follows several Charleston singles as they pursue their personal and professional lives. Take a look.
This season on Southern Charm.
Oh, look at those hounds over there.
I love them.
You're trying to squish all the grapes?
All right, let's do it.
You are in the most perfect pose. Simba.
Yes. Have you decided what you wanted to have here, ma'am?
The usual.
Gonna get a cheeseburger with no tomato on it.
Shep, it's starting to turn into a huge asshole again.
Why are you being a douche?
What?
It's like missing something.
I think it's missing an Indian person that's good at cooking.
What if Catherine and Whitney got back together?
It's summer.
Yes.
Just wave.
Everyone put your hands together for Austen Kroll and Craig Conover.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Your voice is shot. We were just talking about it.
Yeah, it's been gone for like 3 months now, so I think this is just my voice.
Wow.
3 months?
Yeah.
You,
Is that
might,
like a long bender or what?
yeah, what's going
No,
on?
it's just.
You might have to go to the hospital.
I've been telling Craig to go to an ENT.
All right, well, we'll do that next week.
3 months is too long.
There's this-
I thought it was just from last night, and I actually am
I know,
very
you
troubled.
could have said that, Craig. You could have just sold
serious.
that.
You
as
might
just-
need like a cortisone shot.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do
Are
that.
you gonna have it's like a robot?
There's no rest for the weary, you know?
Yeah.
This is so scary.
Terrified.
He's gonna need a computer to talk eventually,
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking style.
Yeah.
I hope you're okay. So for those of you, for our viewers who haven't seen the show before, tell us a little about the show.
You ever seen Laguna Beach?
Yes.
It's like that in Charleston.
I think that the show started as like, you know, it was supposed to be about like
I'm gonna get in
following
so
the
much
life of like the affluent in Charleston, which Craig and I don't really fall into that category. But so, you know, the show has evolved since its beginnings. And
Just like a
yeah,
day in the life
it's just,
of,
it's
someone that lives in
daily
Charleston.
life in Charleston, I guess. You know,
It's fun.
And how is this season like different from, this is the 6th season. How is it different from the past seasons?
It's a different dynamic. I obviously, this is one of the first seasons that I've been single in a while. And now kind of the relationship drama falls on Austen.
I wonder if you got your voice back, you could meet someone.
Maybe. They're just gonna kill me on that all day. But yeah, so the relationship drama's on him, and we, lost one lightning rod, and so the lightning kind of has to find a different path down to the ground, and it's just different.
Yeah.
It's unique season.
Yeah. And tell me, how do you guys bring Southern charm to the show?
jeez.
I mean, I'm from the winning side of the country, so I've lived in Charleston for 12 years, so I have northern charm.
Northern charm.
Yeah, I guess you're from the north too.
I'm not from the north. I'm from North Carolina.
He changes based on
Yeah, that's not the north.
DC.
Yeah, you born in DC, right? I was born in DC.
Yeah, I was born in D.C.
Is that the
Great
north?
place.
George Washington Hospital.
Wow, you didn't make it on the show.
I didn't make it on so.
He's not
Come on.
affluent.
Let's go.
Craig, I mean, we've been watching you for a long time now, and your friendship with Shep is we can call it a roller coaster. It's kind of honestly like a Real Housewives frenemy situation almost. Like you guys fight, you become best friends again. What's up with that? What keeps you guys coming back together after some big blowouts?
I don't know. I used to say it's like I used to say it's like teammates on a baseball team. Like if my shortstop got in a fight in a bar and you knocked him down to the ground, like I would fight you, but then I wouldn't help him up. I'd be like, but I'm the only one allowed to fight him. So now it's like it's become like a teammate, like brother dynamic. Like you're gonna fight at Christmas and stuff, but you still hope they're there. And for some reason we love each other, and that's not going away. So it really is a hate-love relationship.
And how do you feel about him naming a dog after you?
I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can't help but laugh.
Right.
I literally just started laughing when he told me. I was like, this is the most absurd thing. And then Chelsea named her chickens after me. And they just
Honestly, she's honored. Really.
Yeah. So apparently it's a thing now.
As he says, he looks down.
Yeah. Like,
People naming their pets after Craig.
Yeah. And Austen, let's talk about some of this relationship drama. Because you and Madison have really provided some entertainment for us, for better or worse.
Yeah.
And I saw you on Watch What Happens Live, and you guys kind of had these tweets back and forth, and you actually admitted, like, you let your emotions get the best of you.
Yeah.
So what is it like for all of this drama, the infidelities, to be playing out in front of a large audience?
Yeah, well, it's not
It's
fun.
good.
Yeah, you know,
I love it.
I hope it's at least a little entertaining, but you know, you really can't let your emotions kind of get the best of you, and you kind of just got to roll with the punches, and sometimes they do. I mean, it happens, you know, and you're like, don't watch this thing and get pissed off. It happened 8 months ago, you know,
Right.
and like you really have to like tell yourself that this happened a while ago.
Darth
and-
Vader.
I wanted to make a parody video of the video that we've all seen 70 times this season, but he didn't want to do it. But I wanted to
The
make
drunken,
a parody. Yeah.
drunken shirtless.
Be like, Craig, Craig.
Don't hurt yourself.
Don't hurt your voice.
Are you in pain?
I'm just, yes, my
Does
soul.
it hurt when you talk?
My soul is gone. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, look at that pic, dude.
See, it's so, you guys are so cute together, but you cheated on her, and then she cheated
We're
on
so
you.
terrible.
And
We're
that's
so
not,
terrible.
And that's not great. But like you said,
Gosh.
this all played out
We are
so long
roasting
ago.
you guys.
Getting crushed.
Who told me the show was fun?
No, we
Look, I'm not revealing anything that isn't on
we
the show.
love you guys. We love Southern Charm.
I love the show so much, I'm like using this as an
No,
opportunity.
you didn't cheat.
Austin protects her. Austin protects her, which he made a choice, and he was like, I'm going to protect her this year.
Yeah.
And that's because he loved her. And so,
So that was I was going to ask. All of this played out months ago.
we don't
You know,
know.
obviously,
I mean,
you guys have
a
talked
year
about
ago.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have
Longer.
talked about it. So where do you and Madison stand now?
Well, you know, there's a lot more left of the season.
Yes.
And that you definitely have not seen the last of her and I, and like where we're going, and you know, no matter what, she'll be a part of my life,
Yeah.
and that's the way that it is.
That's,
Yeah.
And then for you, Craig, you and Naomi have found a way to be cordial to each other.
Yeah.
But how hard is that to have to still be so close to somebody who you broke up with?
I mean, it's a blast. It's so
Yeah.
much fun.
Yeah.
It's definitely what you should do after you break up with someone is continue to hang out with them all the time.
Did you ever think about not coming back to the show though?
No.
No.
Giving up the chance
So, yeah.
to be on TV? No.
Yeah.
We have to skip over, but yes. You know, we actually texted this morning, and we hadn't talked in a long time, and it was just like, hey, like, just last night I was like, I just want to check in. I really hope you're happy, blah, blah, blah. Like, regardless of what happens, it sucks having to rehash this stuff.
Right.
And she sent me a really nice text back, and I mean, we have the reunion in 2 weeks, and I'm scared that we're probably not going to be friends after that.
You refer to it as
because
it's gonna be a bloodbath.
It's,
Yikes.
I feel like this one's going to be one of our crazier ones ever.
Ooh,
Don't you think so?
I just think it's a different dynamic
Yeah.
than we've had in years past.
totally.
Like Shep has like 10 pages of notes
Yeah.
that he's been keeping all season. That
Yeah,
he's just ready to go.
And when he cuts deep. Like he
Yeah.
really kind of goes for the jugular. So that makes
yeah, it's gonna be interesting, but yeah, it's a different dynamic. But Charleston's a small place, and that's why I had to go to the Bahamas for a little bit because you literally see the same people over and over and over and over.
Very true.
And no matter where you go out, you're gonna run into like one of your exes. So.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Austin, you've been working really hard on your beer company, so could you tell us more about that? And I don't know, like entice us to buy this beer.
Yeah.
Like we can find
Should've
beer
brought some.
anywhere.
Next time, bring
Fun
yeah,
plug.
where is the beer?
Yeah, well, it's officially being released next Friday.
Wow. Congrats.
Yes, finally. Yeah, so next Friday, look at that beautiful can.
It is a really nice can.
Is it 3D like that?
And yeah, so next Friday in Charleston, you know, because a lot of people come in town and they're like, where's your beer? Where's your beer? And so finally, it will be available in bars next Friday.
Yes.
Awesome.
Stoked, yeah.
Congrats, yeah.
Thank you.
Good too.
Thank you.
And I don't like beers like that.
Yeah,
It's good.
Craig drinks what he likes to call college beers, and he actually likes my IPA. So
Our college beers like
Coors
Miller
Light.
Lite.
Bud Light.
Yeah.
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 Bud Light.
TBR.
And, Craig, you have your company also Sewing Down South. You make pillows. How'd you get into that? Do you like our pillows?
I love your pillows. Great pillows.
If you don't like them, you can always like replace them.
I'll bring you
Good
some.
stuff.
I'll bring
Yeah,
you
bring
some.
us some.
We need new pillows.
It took off. It's doing really well. So we're in eight stores domestically. We just we went international last week. We got an order from Germany, which was really exciting. We're approaching our 1,000th pillows sold, and we've only been in business for like 3 months. Yeah, so it's turning into like a real thing, and it's really fun. So I used it as I always had my garden and my workshop at the house Naomi and I lived in. But then when I left, I didn't have it anymore. But I had a sewing machine, and I needed an outlet. And I remembered how to make a pillow from like home ec class.
Right.
And then I started to YouTube like how to make fancy pillows. And I just went, and that was my outlet to kind of not think about anything. And it
That's a
turned
YouTube
into-
search, by the way.
Right.
How to make fancy.
It
pillows.
is. You can learn anything on YouTube. It's wild.
It's
but,
true. It's true.
But you got a lot of shit for it. So now are you like, told you so?
Oh, I've always just been like, yeah, like middle fingers in there. But like, I'm gonna do whatever I want, and you guys will see it then. So
So that's been a huge benefit of this show is that you guys have been able to launch companies and kind of reach a Bravo audience that, we've seen Skinny Girl Margaritas, we've seen all various Bravo people do it. So you guys must be proud to be part of the show, to be able to do this, right?
Now you got to read your text.
I mean, you can't even buy the platform's nuts. I mean,
Right.
it really is incredible. Our fan base is so loyal, and like once you get your beer out there, they'll buy all the beer you make.
Yeah.
And
I mean, the platform really is great, and and the whole thing with Craig and his sewing, it's like I hope that he sells 1 million pillows, but like, do it, and so to be able to have the platform to kind of pursue your passion, whether it's sewing or beer or whatever, is pretty.
and then you want to turn it into a real brand, and we'll see where we go. So housewares is the goal, and we just made our first placemats and oven mitts and stuff.
You're expanding.
You guys should collab. You should make like
Jeez.
cozies for the beers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I do.
You're
like,
welcome.
I like his logo.
Craig and I will talk.
You're welcome.
I like your logo. He's got a good logo. I like your logo.
Thank you.
Well, Austen, Craig, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
You're a big fan. Southern Charm airs Wednesdays, 9, 8 Central on Bravo.